Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So in this video, I'm going to go over a little bit more in detail on my training. I'm going to show you guys how I practice my parallel parking. You're going to get a couple views of the truck as I'm parking, and then a little bit of my driving on the parking space. And then you'll also get some details about the space that I actually practiced with. So like I said in previous videos, my school had part of a parking ride. That's where my classes took place, except for the times where we took the road test practices on the road. So you kind of get to see a little bit of the area that I practiced with and kind of the space that I had to learn from, which was still pretty awesome. So I'm really thankful to my school, and I'm really excited for you guys to check it out. So here you go.
How did you do, babe?
I think I did great.
Say it again.
I think I did great. I feel like a little kid who just came back from first day of class. So, as you guys saw, I just practiced some parallel parking. It was a little bit hard earlier because when I first got here, this truck actually had another company, and they were actually practicing their parallel parking right there. So imagine me here and the other truck there. It just wasn't possible. So I got a little frustrated when I first got here, but it definitely ended on a good note. And now I'm ready to go and study for more pre-trip and finish packing. So the day's not over. Last week of class, yes. So today marks the first day of my last week of class. I actually have 2 more classes. So far I have 2 more classes scheduled. I asked for a 3rd one because my test is actually on Friday morning. So I'm expecting to have a class today and then another class I believe either tomorrow or Wednesday. This week is pretty crazy, so I'm kind of all over the place with my scheduling. I still have to schedule the check for my home. Since we're moving out, we need to have somebody to come in and just check out the house or the apartment and to make sure that nothing is excessively broken. We don't owe any extra. And then on top of that, preparing the home for the inspection, preparing for my test, I caught the flu. So that's why I sound a little raspy right now. And as you may recall, when we did the Chicago training video, I also had the flu. I was also sick and a little raspy. So I don't know, lately I've been getting sicker and sicker. I'm not really sure why. In the month of November I was sick. In the month of December I think I was okay, and then January I was sick. Now February I'm sick again. So Alex is a little concerned by that, so I do need to go get myself checked, just to make sure that there's nothing going on with my immune system, because since we've been together, I think this is the most I've ever been sick in this amount of time. So it was a short period of time, so I don't know if it's stress related or what it is, because I'm not enjoying it. But anyways, it's a lot going on this week. Final week in Maryland. And then today, I believe we're going to be doing pre-trip inside and outside of the truck. And then we're also going to do some skills, just to prepare me for the test on Friday. Today is Monday, so I still have some time to train and to learn. I'm pretty comfortable on the truck. I just want to be without a doubt. Right now, for some reason, I'm not really feeling my straight back, which is one of the easiest things that you do. My parallel parking, some days I'm good, some days I'm not. So I just don't want to go into the test, especially given that it is a Friday morning. I don't want to go in there with any doubts that I may or may not pass. I really want to be sure that when I go in, that test is going to be mine. I really don't have any room for error. Not trying to put any more stress on myself or like any more, I don't know, I don't want to stress myself up. It's just to understand what's at stake, and I know that I can do it. My driving is good. My parking, or well, not my parking, my parallel parking is good. My straight back is good. My offset parking is good. I'm good. I like being good consistently. You know, I want to be consistent with being good. So that's why I'm still training. I really want to make sure that I pass this test, because on Saturday, after I pass my test on Friday, I actually move out. So I want to be sure that I get that license before I go. So now I'm about to go into class. Hopefully it's all good things. I was trying to get some aerial view, so hopefully I'll be able to include that in this video. If not, I'll just come back and film somebody else do their parking, as long as they're as good as me. But just to show you kind of the space that we're working with, the trucks that we're working with. Today's a pretty clear day. I guess the other company has tests going on. I think the most trucks that I've ever seen here parked and driving were, I think it was like 5 or 6 trucks. It's ridiculous. It's such a crazy parking space, and but I'm really thankful for my company, for the classes that I'm taking, because I mean, with the space that they have, they really have made a good use of it. So it definitely stresses you out in the beginning, but it works. I love it. So yeah, going to class now. So I just got to my truck, but I just realized that there is no one here. There's no instructor. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take them to get here. Hopefully not very long. This week is really important. I really don't have much time to not study, so hopefully someone can get here as soon as possible. If not, I'm gonna go home and pack, but I definitely need a redo for this class. I don't know if there was some kind of scheduling misunderstanding, but just waiting. I mean, I could just practice my pre-trip, actually, which is probably what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna make some lemonade. I'm gonna practice my pre-trip. So my instructor was actually in the truck behind me. So now we are getting ready to go on the road. So today for my practice, I'm going to do a little bit more of the road test, maybe some skills, and then also practice my pre-trip outside, which is a lot of points when it comes to the license in Maryland, and also for anywhere, because that's what you start with. When you first do your test, you're at the MVA, you have to do your pre-trip inspection or your pre-trip test first, and then you do your skills, and then you do your driving. So you always want to make sure that your pre-trip is on point. And if you would have told me a month ago that I would be doing my pre-trip like I am now, I wouldn't have believed you. But anything is possible when you work hard and believe. So here I wanted to show you guys how I practiced my parallel parking. So anytime that we had parallel parking practice, this is the space that we would use. It was very tight, especially if somebody else was on the other side like I showed earlier. You can kind of see where this truck is across from me, and that wasn't really easy to do. But if it's parked, I mean, it's fine. But here I was practicing, and you can see here I had to use one of my pull-ups because I was not straight, or at least I was not enough into the box. So during the test at the MVA, you're only allowed to use 2 pull-ups. So I was able to practice without using any pull-ups, with using 1 because I had more than 2 cones in my view, or I didn't have enough cones in my view. And once you are practicing, you'll understand what I mean. But for the parallel parking, you're only using your left and right mirror. You don't really have access to a rear view or anything like that. So you really want to make sure that you get that on lock. And once you're inside the space, you always adjust yourself to be straight, because then that makes it a lot easier for you to get out of the space without touching any cones. So you can see me how I back up all the way before I finally go out of the parking space. I am all done with today's class. It was very informative. My instructor took me on the road. We did 1 parallel. I parallel parked in 1 go. It was like maybe 2 minutes. I was very proud of myself. It was really cool. I am really excited for my test on Friday. I'm really confident. I'm very confident in my test on Friday, I think that I'll do really great. I'm not trying to hype myself up. I've just been working really hard. I've been going to my classes, not trying to make any other plans, really studying, especially with Alex on my back. I've really just been trying to focus on understanding what I needed to do in order to not lose any time, because really this time has been very precious. Today I did another road test. And the key is to ask questions. What is it going to be like when I'm taking the test? Are there going to be any questions that the examiner is going to be asking? Am I going to be asked to do something other than the skills? So it's just being prepared for any tricks that may come up. Not tricks, but just to be prepared. And so I've really just I've been asking questions, and they're very straightforward with all the information, which is awesome. So even as today, I'm really confident with my test. I just need to work on my right turns. I know that's something that's very important during the road test. I just don't want to nick any corners, any sidewalks, or anything like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Also, fun thing, today I found out that for the road test, we're actually going on the highway. I didn't realize. I mean, I have been going on the highway, which was pretty awesome. But I never really thought that for the MVA test, I will be also going to the highway. So I'm really excited about it. There's some constructions on the highway right now. So I hope that on Friday morning, it's not going to be very busy, and I'll be able to get on and off the highway easily. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting more and more excited about my test. I'm very happy. I'm very ready. So I will keep you guys updated, and I hope that I'll come back with great news on Friday morning, man. I'm psyched. I'm just, all that I've been working for the past 2 months, it's happening. So I'm really excited. That's in one word, excited. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching our videos. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And also hit the notification bell so that you are notified every single time we drop a new video. And as always, please remember to drive safe, save money, and live your best life. We'll see you on the road.